Good morning, students. Kailash Chandra Panda welcomes you to a new English environment. I have come today with an important grammar topic, noun clause. Students, you have already known about the meaning of clause. Can you say what is clause? Clause is a part of sentence. It is a group of words that include a subject and a verb, but it may or may not have a complete sense. And clause can be divided into two categories. First, the independent clause, and the second is the dependent clause. An independent clause has a full sense, a complete sentence. It is a full sentence. It has a complete meaning. For example, Mr. Das is a social worker. Here Mr. Das is the subject, is the verb, and a social worker is the complement. So it is a clause and a full sentence. So it is an independent clause. Now, that Mr. Das is a social worker. It is longer than the first sentence, but it is not a sentence, as it doesn't have a complete sense. So it is a dependent clause. It is also regarded as a subordinate clause. Subordinate clause cannot be used in a sentence independently. It needs the help of an independent clause to get its complete sense. Again, subordinate clauses are categorized into three. They are noun clause, relative clause, and adverb clause. Today we shall discuss about noun clause only. Before coming to the noun clause, let's first discuss about the function of noun. Look the following 5 sentences carefully. Mr. Das is our teacher. I gave Mr. Das a pen. We are worried about Mr. Das. My teacher is Mr. Das. My teacher, Mr. Das, is a lenient person. Mr. Das is our teacher. We know that it is a declarative sentence. A declarative sentence always starts with a subject. So here, Mr. Das is the subject of the verb. Now, come to the second sentence. I gave Mr. Das a pen. Here, gave is a transitive verb. And Mr. Das, its subject. So here, the function of Mr. Das as a noun is object of the verb. In the third sentence, we are worried about Mr. Das. In this sentence, Mr. Das is an object, but it follows a preposition. So it is the object of the preposition. In the fourth sentence, my teacher is Mr. Das. Mr. Das follows the be verb. So it is clear that it is a complement of the verb. In the fifth sentence, my teacher Mr. Das is a lenient person. We know that if two phrases indicating one noun comes one after another, either in the subject or predicate part of the sentence, the second one will be called the apposition of the first one. So here Mr. Das functions as apposition to the noun. So in this way, we discussed 5 functions of the noun. Now come to our topic. Now we shall discuss how to construct a noun clause. Noun clauses are of 2 types. First, that clause, or second, HWH clause. It is very easy to construct a that clause. For example, if you add that before any declarative sentence, it will be a noun clause. For example, that Ramesh is very brilliant, that the earth goes round the sun, that Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India, etc. These are the that clause. To construct a WH clause, we have to follow the trick. Suppose, what is your name? It is an interrogative sentence. If you just change the position of the noun phrase and verb and place the noun before verb, it will be a WH clause. For example, a interrogative sentence is, what is your name? And if we want to make it a noun clause, that will be, what your name is. Just like where you are going, what you are doing, what your brother does, etc. Now we shall discuss about the function of the noun clause. First of all, as a subject of the verb. For example, it is doubtful, it is a sentence. If in place of it, it is the subject here. If in the place of it, we will use a noun clause, that will have the subject function. So, that he will pass the exam is doubtful. That he will pass the exam is a noun clause. And it is doubtful is the main clause. So that he will pass in the examination is doubtful. Here the noun clause act as a subject of the verb. Just like we can say, that he is honest is obvious. That she will come today is certain. That oil floats on water is a scientific truth. Just like we can use some WH clause, where he goes every day is not known to me. Whether he will help or not doesn't matter to me. Now comes the object of the verb. Now the object of the verb, first we will use a subject, then we will use a verb, and then the subject. The pattern of the sentence is subject plus a transitive verb plus a noun clause. For example, I expect that he will help us. Here I is the subject, expect is the verb, then the noun clause is that he will help us. If you question it, what I expect? The answer will be that he will help us. That he will help us is a object of the verb. Just like we agreed that a meeting should be held. I can prove that he stole my pen. And now some WH clause. I don't know what he is doing. Can you say whether the bank is open? Now let's move to the function of the noun clause as an object of the preposition. If noun clause comes after a preposition followed by a transitive verb, its function will be object of the preposition. For example, we are worried about whether he returns safe. It all depends on how he will perform. She was undecided about whether she should join the post. Now let's discuss about noun clause as a complement of the verb. Usually we know complement comes after verbs like be, seems and appear. And now for example, the fact is that the earth goes round the sun. Here, that the earth goes round the sun comes after is, which is a be verb. So it is a complement. Just like the truth is that she is innocent. The question is how he paid the fees. The problem is who will bail the cat. Now let's discuss the noun clause as an apposition to the noun. Here the pattern of the sentence is first the noun phrase plus noun clause plus verb and then object or complement. For example, the question why he failed the examination has not been known yet. The news that there was an incident is not true. We can also use noun clause as an apposition to the pronoun, like it is certain that he is poor. It is obvious that Mr. Das is a good man. It is a mathematical truth that 2 and 2 makes 4. So students, in this way we have discussed the noun clause. In our coming episode, we will do some activities about the topic. Then it will help you to understand better. Till then, goodbye. Stay blessed.